Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. And today I just want to talk about the past year of my life. From May of last year to May of this year. I don't know, I just wanted to do a video like this. I feel like it might get a little bit emotional because this year has not been the best year. It has not been the easiest year. So just putting that out there. So if you don't want to watch a sad video, I don't suggest you watch this because I'm gonna be deep in this video. I'm gonna talk about things. It's really, I don't know. I'll just see how it goes. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna go with it. Sorry if you hear background noise. I have my washer going and my dishwasher going and all my animals are around me, so yeah. So good luck. So I'll just go ahead and start from May from last year. For the most part, from May to like September, well, not all of it, okay, May to August was really good for me. In May, that's when I had graduated a year early. I had just got to my goal weight of the weight loss that I was doing, so I was really happy with that. I was taking off a year to decide of what I wanted to do. Wasn't gonna go straight to college. Didn't know really what I was gonna do. Just wanted to take a year off, just think and figure out what I want to do. Most of this year was ruined from things I'll get into. And I'm not making this video for people that feel bad for me, so don't get that impression, please. I'm just making this video just because I want to be a lot more honest on my YouTube channel, I guess. I don't know. I just like talking about things that people normally don't talk about. All the sad things and hard things, just everything like that. But yeah, pretty much May was a really good month for me. June, July, I had a pretty good summer. I mean, I didn't really do anything spectacular, but I wasn't really sad. I was writing a lot of songs. I was really getting into everything, right? I was getting on a big groove of writing songs and poems, figuring out what I want to do, saving money up to try to release music, all that stuff. And then around September, it was my birthday, September 1st. September was a really hard month, and I don't understand what really triggered this. At least 20 of the 30 days in September, I just had like anxiety, panic attacks, and really bad, and I would just go outside and I have a hammock outside, and like when I just want to escape every little last thing from the world, that's where I go. When I have to calm myself down and get out of my own head, I'll just go out there and I'll just stare into the sky or close my eyes, one or the other. I just do nothing. I just lay there and try to think about nothing and just escape my mind, escape the world, close myself off from everything to get over whatever I was going through. I still don't know what made that month so bad. I mean, I do have a fear of growing up. I don't want to be 18. I want to be 18 in a couple months. I don't want to grow up, but you know, that's a part of life. You have to grow up. So I mean, I guess that could be a part of it, just being stressed of, oh my gosh, I have 1 year till I'm an adult, and then what's my life gonna be after that? I don't know. This year has been a lot of realizing things and figuring things out how I want my life to be. Thanks for that, bird. And all that stuff. So after September, we go into October, and this is when my bird is angry at me for some reason. But this is when I started noticing this odd pain in my leg. It was like in the middle of October when I noticed it. And just excuse my bird, it's gonna do its stuff, whatever it wants to do. And that pain, it started like getting worse. But it was just there. And at the time, it was like in my calf, on my left leg. It stayed there. It was like constant. It didn't go away ever. Whatever, if I laid down, it wouldn't go away. Got up, walked, tried to walk it off, never went away. It just stayed. Like, there was no getting rid of it. Don't really know what exactly caused that to happen. It just happened. Then I went on vacation in it was like last week of October, first week in November, and that was really fun. I had a great time at vacation. Obviously, pain was still there, always. And I got back from vacation, and that's when I decided to get my first job. It was crazy. I mean, I loved my job, okay? Let me just say that. But I loved what I was doing. There was so much stuff happening. So technically, when I found out there was this bakery slash cafe type thing going on in downtown, in a town that I used to live in, so I went there, I walked in, asked for an application, filled it out, brought it back, blah blah blah. Lots of things actually happened that stressed me out. I gave them my phone number, and then that same day, right after I gave them my phone number, my phone decided not to work. So then we went and bought I had a prepaid phone at the time. I have a real phone now. We bought more minutes, and then the minutes wouldn't work, and then it was like awful. And so I had to go back in there, give them a different phone number. And then I talked to the woman that owned it for a bit. We sat down and talked. And then she said she would call me at like 5, I think. I was so nervous, okay? This was my first job. So I waited with my grandmother's phone, because that's whose phone number I gave, because I didn't have my phone working. And so we did that, got the phone call, blah blah blah, got the job. First day, I was so happy with that. I was like, the day I wanted to go get a job, I got a job. My very first job. I mean, I was so proud, okay? Like, so proud. Then I started working. First day on the job, it was 2 days before Thanksgiving. Very crazy. We had so much to bake. I was getting so stressed, because I was like, is this what my life is gonna be like every day? Luckily it wasn't, because what an awful week to train me. It was great. I mean, I loved my job. I loved baking and stuff. I didn't like coffee. I had to learn how to do coffee. It's a lot easier, and people are really stupid, because every coffee drink is pretty much the same. It's just you put this in at a certain time. Like, people are stupid. You're gonna pay so much more for the exact same thing. It's like people that get a macchiato and then they mix it. You're literally just drinking a latte, pretty much. What? Like, what difference does it make? Okay, this is not a rant about coffee. But, like, I like my job. It was good. It was good. You see, was. I don't have it no more. Well, get to that. My boss was cool. We were the only two that worked there. Well, at the time, there was like a cleaning girl, but that's it. During the first week, there was times that I would just get home and I would talk to my cousin. And if you know me, you know I love listening to music. And my life literally just revolves around music. If I'm not filming like I am right now, or on Xbox talking to people, playing games or something, I am constantly just having earbuds in my ear to listen to music. And I remember I got home one day and I was talking to my cousin, and I literally just felt sick. Like, I couldn't put an earbud in my ear to listen to music without just feeling awful. Like, I just felt so bad. I didn't know why. And I started crying, because I was like, I'm literally losing the one thing that I love, because I'm just so stressed. My mind was constantly saying work, work, work. You don't have time to do anything else but work. And it was stressing me out so bad. I don't know why my mind worked like that. And honestly, it was awful, because there was nights that I would literally be laying in bed and then, like, I'm aware of what I'm doing, but I'm like asleep, and I could just feel my body. My body was just saying work. Like, I was literally, in my head, I was at work in that moment, working. but I was aware that I was in bed, not working, but I couldn't stop. Where I would just be laying in bed for 6 hours, not asleep, working, because my mind just couldn't stop. Cause I don't know. I really don't know how to answer what that is. I don't even know how to barely explain it without sounding completely crazy. I was working while I was sleeping, but I wasn't asleep. I didn't get any sleep. It was miserable for me, okay? I mean, I don't I don't understand why my mind did that. But it did, and it made it miserable for me for like the first, like, all till 2018. From November all the way through November through December, it just did that. And it was awful. Didn't get any sleep. I couldn't turn my mind off. I couldn't listen to music because I was just miserable. And it's not that, like I said, it's not that I didn't like my job. I loved my job. It's just my mind would not shut off of work mode. And I couldn't do anything that I enjoyed ever. My body would not let me enjoy anything that I like to do. And that threw me far back. Then in November, again in November, we're still in November, my pain was still there. It's been there for over a month. It was like in the middle of November. So we went to the doctors because obviously I had just got a job and I'm not gonna be able to work while in pain and stuff. It was pretty much, they just said that, oh, it'd probably just go away. It might just be like a pulled muscle. Let me just reassure you, it's not even gone to this day, okay? It got a lot worse. Like I said, I'll get to that. So that was like hard to hear, that I'm just going to have to live with it until it just goes away, which I was like, okay, well, a couple more weeks won't kill me. It's already been a month. What's a couple more weeks and it'll go away? So that happened. Started working, obviously, like I said. My mind at that time was just killing me. Couldn't do anything. Just felt miserable. Then Christmas came around. I became an uncle. My sister had her baby. I love my niece. She's amazing. That was very new for me. I had never really done anything with a baby before. I mean, I don't know. It was just great. I loved it. I've been waiting to be an uncle forever. And then obviously still everything that's happening in December, still my mind won't shut off from work mode, not able to enjoy anything that I love to do, just miserable. And then January comes around, I'm still in pain. We go back to the doctor, and then she says, oh, well, it looks like she made me do all these different things. The doctor did. And it says like, oh, looks like you have scoliosis, which we didn't know I had at the time, which was crazy because when I was little, we went to the doctor because I wasn't growing right. And they said, oh, he'll grow at his own pace. And then it turns out I had scoliosis all this time. So she says, well, maybe that's the thing causing all the pain. It might be pushing on a nerve. And then let me tell you, a couple days before that happened, before I went to the doctor for what she said, this happened. My pain, just one night, out of the blue, I won't forget this because this is the worst pain I'd ever felt. I literally wanted to die. I prayed for nights for something just to kill me because I was miserable. I mean, I literally had no sense of life left after not being able to get my mind off of work mode, constantly stressed, having my anxiety and panic attacks all the time, not being able to do anything I love, like I said, and then on top of that, just being in agonizing pain. I had no sense of life left. I didn't want to be here. I just wanted to die. And I'm not exaggerating. I really wanted to die. I spent an entire night just rolling in bed, didn't sleep. I think I got maybe like an hour of sleep. So I think my body just finally just shut down and just slept for an hour. In awful pain when I woke up. We didn't go to the doctor. I can't really remember why. I just think everyone was just busy. We didn't get to go to the doctor. I couldn't walk. barely. I mean, I could walk, but it was so much for me to walk. Like, I couldn't, it was so hard for me to put my heel to the floor because I just felt like it was ripping stuff inside of my body. Like, it was just like shredding through my legs. This went from my lower back all the way down into my foot, okay? Down all my left leg into my foot. It was awful. And then the second night came, didn't sleep again, slept for maybe 2 hours that night. Third night came, it was a Sunday, didn't sleep again. Total, out of 3 days, the total hours of sleep I got was 5 hours of sleep. I was miserable. That Monday, I was off of work. I went to the doctor, and then, like I said, that's when she said, oh, it looks like you have scoliosis. So they sent me to another hospital. Well, they scheduled for me to go to another hospital. I didn't go that day, obviously. And it was scheduled for Valentine's Day, so the 14th, February 14th. And pretty much that pain that I had in my leg, it didn't go away. Pain medicine didn't make it go away. We tried every single pain medication that I could take, every single type of like rub, like lotion type thing that like goes into your skin to make pain go away. I took like bath and this weird stuff that was supposed to make pain go away. Didn't work. Literally nothing worked. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not even a stretch. Like, there were stretches I could do that were supposed to help, but they didn't relieve it. They relieved it for maybe like 2 seconds, which, I mean, was better than nothing, I guess, but didn't help in the long run. So, miserable every single day, just miserable. Had to work like that, had to sleep like that. Sleep medicine didn't even make me fall asleep at that point. I started getting on some medicines, some muscle relaxers to help me sleep, pretty much, if you want me to be blunt. I just took them to help me sleep, because I mean, I wasn't getting any sleep. That was the only thing that could help me sleep. I was on a pain medication. I mean, they helped to a certain extent, but they didn't help at all, really. I'm trying so hard not to cry about this stuff because that was a really hard time I didn't know what was going on anymore. February came around, we went to the doctor. They told me what they thought it was, which was probably like a bone spur or a herniated disc. Let me just tell you, it wasn't scoliosis. They said that's not what caused it. So there's already 2 things that they said it was, that it's not. We went to this doctor, and so they said it was this. So they scheduled an MRI. So the MRI was for later on that month. Went back to work. Then the place I worked at shut down. I lost my job. That was hard. I didn't want to lose it, but at the same time I felt so much relief. Went to the doctors, got my MRI done. Later on, had my little thing where we come in and they decide what was wrong with me. And they said, oh, well, it looks like you have a bone spur. And they're like, well, we don't do that small of surgery, so we're going to send you to this other doctor. So at this time, we go to that doctor, schedule an appointment, go to that doctor. That's in March. Still in constant pain, still has not went away, has not eased up. My mental state is awful. I just had a miserable time. I had so many breakdowns where I just sat on the floor and just cried so much. We went to this doctor, we went in there, they talked to me, and they said, oh, guess what? Let me throw this at you. It's something completely different than what every other doctor's told you. Every single doctor I've went to has told me something that it's not. Do you know how that affected me? Okay, it went from something very minor that it'll just go away in a few weeks to something severe, which was scoliosis, to back to something, oh, it's a very minor surgery, very quick, to another thing that's pretty big. Pretty much they said that I'm gonna have to have like rods and screws in my back. I'm not doing it, by the way. I don't know what I want to do yet. I've been like this for pretty much about 8 months. Don't know what I want to do yet. It's a lot to take in. So once I heard that, I cried. I cried. I cried a lot. I was so sick of everything happening. I was just like, why can't it just go away? It was so hard to be hearing everything that they said, oh, it's gonna be so easy to get rid of, and then no, it's not. Trying to be really strong through all of it, not let it get to me, but I just lost my job. I physically can't do any physical things anymore because I just hurt at that moment. My mental state was awful because of all of it. Where I'm sitting right now, like pretty much like 3 feet in front of me, I just broke down one day. I spent like 4 hours just sitting there. I just cried. I was just, I spent countless nights just praying for something just to kill me. Because I just don't want to be in pain anymore. I had so much I want to do with my life, and it's so hard. There's so many other factors that made this year not the best. Clearly. But no one should have to just sit there and just want to die so bad. I just felt like I just didn't have anything else to live for, really. I couldn't physically do anything without being in agonizing pain. I lost myself, not being able to enjoy anything that I've loved my entire life, that I'm passionate about. I lost my passion. I couldn't escape my mind from being in work mode, where I was just constantly working in my head, having panic attacks and anxiety just killing me and stress just killing me, and just everything just adding on top of each other while having to deal with my medical issues. I cried so much this year. Then I got this injection into my back, which did relieve the pain. It won't last forever. It did take a lot of the pain away. I still feel some of it. Like I feel the pain in like my thigh, upper thigh, but it's not constant anymore. I can't run, by the way. I can't physically run, and I can't stand on my tippy toes, if you were wondering. Those are 2 things that I physically can't do because of this. Someone should hire me to be a zombie, because literally if I run or if I try to be on my tippy toes, I literally look like I'm a zombie. It's great. That was a joke, by the way. It's not great. If I'm going to be completely honest, right now in this moment, I am feeling good. Kind of want to leave it on a happy note. It's been miserable this year. Everything was great in the beginning, and it all just crashed. And I'm not saying everything is great right now. I still have my medical problems. Still don't know what I'm going to be doing in the future. Don't have a job. Don't know what I'm going to do for a job because, like I said, I physically can't do much without being in pain, because I don't want to bring the pain back, so I don't want to risk doing something that could hurt me even more. Still working towards my dreams of wanting to become a singer-songwriter, trying to make whatever money I can doing odds and end things to put towards music, trying to do YouTube. Obviously, I've been trying to take this very serious. It's great. I love doing YouTube. It's helped me so much. Be honest and real and unfiltered. But right now, my mindset is pretty good. I don't want to die anymore. At times, I might. I had another setback a couple weeks ago. Not even a couple weeks ago, it was like a week ago. I had a big setback where I physically just felt ill. My head was always just pounding with a headache, and I just felt really sad. It was like I was depressed, if you want me to be honest. I don't know what triggered it. I really don't. A lot of these things, that's my problem, is I don't know what's triggering it. And so I don't know what I'm needing to stay away from and stuff like that. I don't know what's triggering it that make me fall into these things. I've just been trying to change my mindset a lot. I'm not necessarily going to be one of those people that's like, oh, think positive and your life will be positive, because I don't believe that. I mean, I do think you have control over being happy and being sad, but I don't think you have control over your anxiety and stress and depression. I think that's just something that happens and you can't really control that. But I've gotten back to doing what I love, which is good. Now, I'm not saying everything's perfect. I still have my moments. I had another moment the other night. It just happens. But, you know, for the most part right now in my life, I'm happy with where I'm at. Kind of scared to say that because, you know, last time I was happy, everything came crashing down. I don't know. Maybe this will be different. Maybe it'll be better. I hope so. I'm gonna be 18 in a couple months. All I want to do for my 18th birthday is be alone, to be honest. I don't know what this next year holds for me. Hopefully it's something good, because I should be having a song come out this year, which will be fun. It'll be really fun to have a song out. I've been working on so much writing. I have an EP written, I have an album written, I have another album written, I have 2 more EPs, I have a couple singles, I'm working on another third album. I'm just working on so much stuff, okay? It's great. I keep saying it's great because it is great. Life's great right now in this moment that I am recording this video. Don't know what tomorrow will hold, don't know what the rest of this day will hold, but right now in this moment I am feeling good. If anyone ever has anything that they're going through that's just killing them and hurting them, talk to me. I would love to talk to you. Luckily, I have great friends that I'm able to talk to this stuff about. The majority of the time I keep it to myself. I don't really talk about my problems to a lot of people, but some things I talk to my friends, I almost said family, and some of my family too about it. For the most part, I mean, I'm one of those people that I just want to handle my problems by myself and not have to drag someone else into them. That was pretty much my year. Good, bad, probably the worst year of my life when it comes to my mental state. I have felt stress and I have felt anxiety. I have felt so many things this year on a whole new level. My anxiety, my stress, depression, mental breakdowns that I've had just here, falling to the floor, on my knees, just crying, wanting something to change, has been 100 times worse than it has been ever in my life. And I've had some pretty bad moments. I just don't talk about them. But yeah, guys, sorry for this little video. I just really wanted to do this because I haven't really done a sit down, really talked about what's going on in my life type video in a long time. So I hope you did enjoy me talking about the worst year of my life. If you want, you can give this video a thumbs up. I don't really care. I ain't asking for that on this video. So just do whatever you want. You know what to do. I shouldn't have to say it. If you have anything you want to talk about, comment it below, or send it, like, DM me on like Twitter or Instagram, or message me on Snapchat. Do something like that. You can do whatever. Share the video with someone if you want. Maybe it could help them. I don't know. Maybe it could. Maybe it could help you, the person that's watching it. Oh my gosh. Other than that, just have an amazing day. Live life like a party, and I will see you in my next video.